What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Trading Crypto live stream. We're doing a midday stream today instead of a night stream, so we'll see how this goes. Don't really have much planned to talk about. I mean, we can go over some altcoins. Main thing I want to be focused on is BTC, and BTC from the all-time high to the most recent bottom here of 15.4. We're actually above the 382, which is bullish. That 382 is holding us up as support. That's fantastic news, honestly. Day chart, however, we still are starting to roll over bearish on the MACD. RSI is tailing back down, and the WTX is pretty high. If I toss the super trend on, you can see we still have a buy signal. We have not gotten a sell signal yet, so that's a great thing. It's just, are we going to have a bearish fake out here on the 382 or not? That's something we're going to have to be keeping a close eye on. So like I mentioned in prior videos, we're going to be keeping an eye on this bullish megaphone playing out and see if it's actually going to be playing out to the upside. If it does play out to the upside, that would be a quick move back up to the 618 right here. You can see the first initial wave, or the pole that gets you into this. If we do break out of it, we just retrace this and put it over top, that brings us right up to the 618 at 39,000. So we're going to be keeping an eye on that bullish megaphone forming. If you draw it from candle body and not the wick, if we just go by candle bodies, it's actually playing out pretty accurately. So we actually broke out on our wave 5. We back tested it, and if we hold this 382 support, that would confirm to me that this bullish megaphone played out. We could be seeing a big swing to the upside. So if you guys don't know what a bullish megaphone is, let me pull up what a chart it looks like. So there's two different megaphones. There's a bullish megaphone and there's a bearish megaphone. And excuse me. So this is a bullish megaphone. I want to say megaphone for some reason, but megaphone. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You break out, back test, and you continue to the upside. So if we look at BTC still, we had the 1 touch right here. We had the 2 touch right here. We had the 3 touch right here. 4 touch right here, and see the 5. The 5's a breakout right here. So now all we need is this back test, which we're currently seeing at the 382. And if that holds, then we're going to be seeing that continuation up to the golden pocket of the 618, because it runs the length of the flagpole before it started the bullish megaphone, and that length actually hits the 618 perfectly. So $39,000 BTC possibly if this plays out. Another thing I want to look at on BTC is the weekly chart. This is pretty much what I've been keeping a close eye on. So I really don't care about the short-term time frames anymore. What I've been looking at on BTC is the week-long time frame. And same thing in the week-long time frame. We did break above the 382. We're back testing as support. Indicators are still tailing up. You can see we did have a brief bearish fake out here. We started losing our bullish momentum before we started gaining our bullish one back. So MACD is still running bullish. RSI is tailing up. WTX is tailing up. But what I really like is we haven't even gotten a sell signal on the super trend. And on the week time frame, on the week-long time frame, oh come on, we have to go back further than that. What BTC am I on? Yeah, on the week-long time frame, every time that we've pretty much got a bottom in a bear market, that's called the bottom. So you can see this long, we have the sell signal at the top back in 2017. We had the bear market, and then we got the buy signal on the super trend, and that called the bottom right there. We had the sideways consolidation, which BTC is currently in. We're currently in this phase right here, and we can see we just got that buy signal on BTC early December. So technically the super trend hasn't been wrong on the weekly, so that's something I'm keeping a close eye on as well. And last but not least, what I'm keeping a close eye on for BTC is the GMMA oscillator. The GMMA oscillator I've been finding to be a very, very powerful oscillator that I like using for my TAs. So if we go to the month chart here, this is more based on the month chart. If We go to the month chart here on BTC. You can see GMMA every time we've crossed over from green to red, that's your bear market. Every time we've crossed from red to green, that's your bull run. And the GMMA still hasn't crossed over green yet. So this is one of the last of the indicators that hasn't flashed a bottom signal yet. So once we get a confirmation on that, then I'm going to be all in, all bull. And similar to that, the MACD has also never been wrong at calling a bear market bottom. You can see we had the crossover right here in January 1st, 2021. There's your bear market there. We had our bear market in August 2018. And if we blow this up larger, you can see the prior bear market of September 2014. And you can see what happens in this bear market is we gain our bearish momentum, we start cooling down, and then we cross over bullish. We've never had it before where we grew bearish, started losing our bearish momentum, and then went bearish again in a bear market in the entirety of BTC. So not saying it isn't possible, but history doesn't repeat, but it does rhyme. So what I'm seeing here is a very, very similar thing that's happened in the last two bear markets. Is we had our bearish momentum and now we're starting to lose our bearish momentum. So what I'm looking for here is a crossover. Once we get a bullish cross on the monthly, so the GMMA, I want to cross over on the monthly, and the MACD, I want to cross over on the monthly. But what it's looking like is the bottom, what the bottom's in. That's pretty much what these indicators are saying, and that bull run's just around the corner. So the MACD's never been wrong. The GMMA's never been wrong on the monthly. RSI is pretty much at the bottom where it normally bounces. You can see this is the bear market bottom back in 15. RSI was this low, this low. If I draw a horizontal line, what we can see here is this is the normal area where the RSI bounces off the monthly time frame for BTC for a bear market bottom. We actually can say we went a little bit lower than we ever have before. So similar to that with WTX, we usually just break below the zero, and that usually calls our bear market bottom. We actually went considerably lower than zero to negative 22. So there's a lot of different indicators flashing that are saying the bottom's in. Another thing is the super trend. The super trend on the month chart, I want to see a buy signal as well. A lot of these indicators flash their buy signals once we've already made a decent sized run. You can see this buy signal flashed on June 1st, but technically the bottom was in on February 1st. So we missed out on approximately, you know, that's 193% gains before we actually flashed that buy signal. So could we be in that same boat where you can see how we just rounded up right here, and once we get up above, you know, that 35,000, we could get that buy signal? But if that's the case, you know, that's another 149% that we could be missing out on. But a lot of people really don't worry about that 159%. They'd rather have the confirmation that we were in a bull market instead of possibly getting in and BTC going lower. So another thing we want to look at in the month time frame on BTC, if we had the super trend, is we have these downtrends in which we broke out and back tested. Obviously, I bet you've probably seen this chart all over crypto Twitter. Let me fix the music real quick. So you can see this downtrend here, BTC top 2013, the bottom came in March 15th ish. We broke out, back tested, continued up to our bull run, right? Same thing on this bull run. If I draw this downtrend right here, you can see we broke out, didn't even back test it, and we just continued our way to the upside. And what happened right now with BTC? BTC, if you look at this downtrend that we're currently in, we just broke out of that, briefly back tested it, and now we just need to confirm the monthly crossovers and we're off to the races. So I know there's a lot of people still saying we want 10K, but it's starting to look really, really good that we're not going to be going down there, guys. Even 12K or 14K. It's kind of looking like the bottom's in to me. So some other things that I'm looking at are, excuse me, the BTC dominance. The BTC dominance pretty much shows us when BTC is going to run and when altcoins are going to crap. Because when the BTC dominance starts running, altcoins start taking a crap. They shit the bed. So BTC dominance, we're looking like we're getting a 3 top. This is a very, very heavy resistance area for BTC. We've been in it since we fell below it in April 2021. BTC dominance fell down here, and we're currently testing that resistance area out. So if I just draw a horizontal line here for you guys at the normal top, you can see we had the 1, 2, 3. This is our 4th time trying to break this. And prior, when we broke it, we were actually pretty low on a lot of these indicators. We had a buy signal right here in October 2021. We had a bullish crossover here in September 2021. A lot of bullish stuff back here, but we weren't able to overtake that BTC dominance. So what BTC dominance is the dominance of BTC. I mean, it says it in the name, the dominance of BTC. So the more dominant the BTC is, the less dominant altcoins are, which means when BTC dominance goes up, altcoin prices are going to go down. So what usually happens in a cycle when we start a bull run is we have a BTC dominance goes up, altcoins take a crap. Once BTC dominance starts having a pullback, that's where you get your alt season. So the BTC dominance starts falling, people start taking profits from BTC and putting them into altcoins. And then you have your altcoins, high cap altcoins run first, and then you have your mid cap altcoins that run, and then you have your low cap altcoins that run, and then everybody puts their money back into BTC, and that's where we get that blow off top. So what I'm keeping an eye on for BTC is this is a normal area in which we get rejected from. So if we get another rejection from here and head back down, that's going to be good for our altcoins. That's going to be our alt season right there. If we get rejected and head down to this 40%, or look at, it's normally at like 39-40% where it bounces down to, that's going to be our alt season. So alt season could be a lot closer than we think it is. Since this is a normal area that BTC has been retracing for pretty much 2 years now. So that's why I'm keeping a close eye on this BTC dominance, because if we start seeing it pull back, then that's where your altcoins are going to start flying. But if we see it break above this, if we see it break above, I would say, what is this? The normal high is around 48%. If we see it break above 48, there's a good chance that BTC dominance might run considerably higher, because you can see we pretty much have a negative price volume area right here. And that's going to wreak havoc on your altcoins. So there could be one larger drop for altcoins if the BTC dominance breaks above this, but that would be the last drop, my personal opinion, because BTC dominance would go up, and once it starts retracing, that'd be your alt season. So if you want a larger alt season, you want the BTC dominance to go up higher, and that way you have a larger pullback. But we are at a normal resistance area on the BTC dominance, on where we've been getting rejected for pretty much 2 years. So if we start getting rejected from here, alt season could be right around the corner, guys. This is the week time frame right here. So this week's time frame, at 1 day, 7 hours, and the next candle will start. So if that next candle is red and it's a little bit lower, there's a good chance we'll be seeing a slight pullback. And if the BTC dominance starts falling, then we're going to start seeing altcoins pump. And usually what happens when we get this rejection right here, you see we got this rejection right here. It was a pretty large red candle. When we tested it right here, it was a pretty large red candle. Tested right here, big large red candle. So who knows, in a day and 7 hours, that next candle that starts next week, we could possibly see a big retracement on BTC dominance, and altcoins could start flying. But next week as well, since this is pretty much a morning star candle, which means the buyers and sellers are equivalent, so it's not really showing us what directions the buyer, which one's stronger, the buyers or the sellers. It's pretty much saying it's even battle right here between buyers and sellers, so any direction it could go. But if we break above that 48% BTC dominance, I'm going to expect altcoins to make a considerable drop, and BTC will most likely be moving up higher to that $30,000 to $39,000 that I talked about at the beginning of this video. And I think that'd be the highest that we go before we start seeing a pullback and the BTC dominance starts falling. And that's not bad, in my personal opinion. It gives everyone one last chance to buy in, one more chance to buy your altcoins. And once we start seeing that pullback in the BTC dominance, that's your alt season right there. That's where we're going to start making all our money in our altcoins. And the higher the BTC dominance, the larger the retracement, my personal opinion. And like I said, we have our alt season, which is first that run are high cap coins, and then medium cap coins and small cap coins. And then it rolls back over into the BTC. And then that's where we have our blow off top. So that's what I'm looking for there on the BTC dominance. Another thing that I'm looking at is tether dominance. So tether dominance just means people are getting out of stable coins and back into the market. So you want tether dominance to be bearish for a bull run, because obviously when you're above the halfway area right here, like back in June 2022, you know, that was that huge drop that we had in coins. I remember quant went all the way down to $45 in June. Everybody was getting out of their crypto and into stable coins. And so when the USDT dominance is high, it means prices for altcoins and Bitcoin are lower because everyone's in stable coins. So once we start seeing the USDT dominance start falling, that's when we're going to be starting to see our bull run. Every time we've touched the bottom of this channel, it's been a bull run. Like 2019, we briefly touched the bottom. We touched the bottom April 2021. That was the most recent bull run top. And then we had our all-time high here in November 2021. So altcoin or USDT dominance is something I'm keeping a close eye on. We did just break below the mean after touching the high. So that is actually bearish for this coin, which we do want bearish momentum on this coin. Bearish momentum on USDT dominance is bullish for the rest of the crypto. It just means people are getting out of stable coins and getting back into the market. So USD dominance right now, it's below the mean. Indicators right now are extremely low. You can see the WTX is pretty much neutral. We're still running bearish on the GMMA, which is fantastic. We're not starting to tail up. So as farther that we start diverging apart, you can see the quicker we start falling. So I'm hoping this thing gets one more leg down. And then once we start seeing this thing curve back up, that's when we're going to start considering the BTC dominance back on the rise. But right now we still are bearish on the MACD as well, on the monthly and the RSI is tailing back down. So we're looking pretty good on the USDT dominance. I want it to go lower. You want it to go lower. That makes all your other crypto go higher. And this is your altcoin season right here. So this is the total crypto market cap excluding BTC. So this is all the coins besides BTC. And I've gone over this chart a couple different times. I'm going to go over it again. So what we see here is we have our market cap outside of BTC. This is the top right here back in August of 2014 for your alt season, right? And then you have your lull, and then we get back to that previous $223 million market cap in 2016 of the crypto market besides BTC. And this is where we tested our previous highs. So that's why those green lines right there, that green dot. You can see what happened once we broke above that, we back tested it. And then we had a massive alt season right here. We had pretty much a run from June 16th till January 18th on altcoins. I mean, technically, yeah, you can say that the lowest that we got in was December 15, but it wasn't confirmed until we broke above this high right here, 172 million market cap. And this was your alt season right here. And what I'm seeing right now is a very similar situation that happened right here, but on a much larger scale with a much larger market cap with a lot more people in the crypto space. So this next alt season could be absolutely enormous. I mean, you can see this, we had the run up, we had the bull, the back test continuation. And then what are we at right now? We had the run up, we had the bull, we're back testing right now. And this run up here could absolutely be huge for your altcoin. So who knows? We could be seeing a very large alt season coming around the corner here. And like I mentioned with the BTC dominance, if it's a lot closer than we think if we get rejected from this 48%. But if we break above this 48%, I think we'll have one more last push up. Altcoins are going to crap the bed, and then will bring our alt season. So alt season is just around the corner, in my personal opinion, getting closer. And last but not least is the Hopium chart, the Moon Boy chart. The Moon Boy chart saying that there is a possibility of getting to $150,000, $160,000 BTC in 2023. I know this is where people don't really click off, but we do have the TA to validate it. And I'm just going to go over it once again. If you've been a part of my live stream before, this is probably getting very redundant, but it's good information. So what happened is BTC topped out here in December 2017, correct? And this was our bear market. So it topped out when CME futures came out. So if we draw a fib from the top of the bull run of 2017 to the bottom of 2018, the crazy part is we get the 1618, the golden ratio for BTC, pretty much called the top here. I mean, it hit exactly on the top right here at that $64,000. So you could have drew this fib back in December 2018 and said, hey, I'm not selling until we hit the 1618, and you would have hit the nail on the head there and got the top for BTC. But using that frame of reference, how this was accurate calling this top, we're going to assume that it's going to do the same for the next one. I mean, history doesn't repeat, but it does rhyme. So if we draw a fib from this high and assuming that the bottom is in here at that $15,000, what we have is that golden ratio up here to $160,000. So if it repeats, there's a good chance that we'll be seeing $160,000 BTC. That's what this is showing here. And once we have this drawn, we actually can draw a channel on this. You can see the bottoms fit this perfectly, the top fits it perfectly. And what happened was that 1618 actually hit on that channel convergence. That is where the top of BTC came in, that channel convergence of the 1618. So this is channel convergence right here. It's calling June. I think that's pretty unlikely, June 2023 at $160,000, but we're going by the technicals here. And so far, this has been pretty accurate. Now, what we're gonna be doing is tossing some Elliott waves on here. So Elliott waves, starting from the bear market bottom of December 2018, we have our wave 1 top, our wave 2 bottom, wave 3 top, wave 4 bottom, wave 5. Wave 5 is the largest and fastest wave. And you can see that convergence right on the 1618 would be the blow off top there of wave 5. So is there a chance that we could be seeing that in June? Yeah, I know it's very, very unlikely. We're not even on track right now, but who knows? They could be a little bit delayed. I mean, we could drag it out to December, right? And we'll keep a close eye on that, because if we go to the December chart, what we're seeing here is it is acting as some sort of resistance on your wave 5, and that next resistance area would be up here around that $36,000 BTC. So that's something we're going to be keeping a close eye on as well. And something even crazier that I want to show you guys, if we get rid of these Elliott waves real quick, and some of these lines, I will leave the lines on, is the time cycle. So each one of these represents the same amount of time, correct? Okay, so what we can see here in the time cycle is every time we fell into one of these goalies, it has initiated a bullish impulse for BTC. And this goes all the way back to 2017. So if we draw this first trend line, you can see we fell in this crevice right here, December 2018. That was a bullish impulse. You can see what happened. BTC ran up. So BTC ran up to wave 1 right there. Obviously, we went back down from there. We fell within a crevice again right here at wave 2. And guess what happened once we touched this crevice? Another bullish impulse to wave 3. And guess what? You see this little dip right here? It bottomed out. Where at? The bullish impulse right here. We hit that, got another bullish impulse. And last but not least, this most recent low for BTC, which I'm thinking is the bottom, is that $15,000, you know, that $15,000 bottom, which falls, you would guess it, right into one of these bullish impulse crevices. So this just validates that wave 5 right there. So another thing is we did get a buy signal on the super trend on the weekly as well. So there's a little bit of hopium for you guys. Do I think we're going to $163,000 by June? I don't think so. But I mean, the TA does kind of validate that. If we do extend it out to the end of the year, wave 5 to December, you can see this is actually more of a likely scenario. It's actually following this. You can see we hit resistance there, heading up to hit resistance again. And we could follow it up to December to beginning of January and be in that $160,000 range. We'll just have to keep our eyes on the charts, right? So yeah, there's that hopium chart for you guys. Okay. Yeah, so pretty much let's 4 hour, like I talked about at the beginning, we're in that bullish megaphone type pattern. If you want to know what that is, I talked about it pretty much exactly at the beginning and how we're testing that 382. So on the 4 hour chart here, actually let's go to the day chart or 12-hour chart real quick and draw that fib. If we draw the fib from the top here to the bottom right here, I need to fix that. If we draw from the Bitcoin's all-time high and assuming that the bottom is in here in November, we actually just broke above the 382 on the fibs. We're back testing it right now. Indicators, however, are pretty high. We did get a bearish crossover in the GMMA. We're pretty high on the WTX. We're pretty high on the RSI. And we're pretty high on the MACD. Actually had the bearish crossover of the MACD. So we do have a lot of bearish things going for BTC, but we are above the 382. If we do drop down, I think the lowest that we would go is around that $25,000 range. If I draw a horizontal line at $25,000 on BTC, you can see how hard of a resistance it was once we fell below it in June. And this June was that very, very large dip where pretty much all altcoins got wrecked. I mean, Quant went down to 45, and that's where the Tether dominance peaked out at. Everyone was getting out of crypto and into stable coins. And we've been trying to overtake that ever since. We finally did overtake it. So it was such a heavy resistance area for BTC that I think it's going to be a fantastic support area for BTC as well. And if we did go down there, that still would be a higher low for BTC. So if we are to be bearish on BTC, I'd be keeping an eye on around $25,000 before we saw a bounce, because this is a very, very heavy resistance area. And now that we've flipped resistance into support, it's going to be a very, very heavy support area for BTC. So just to play it cautiously, I do think there is a chance that BTC could pull back to $25,000. But that is if we break below the 382. The 382 is a main support off the fib channel, and that's at $27,100. So that's what we're to be keeping an eye on, 27,100. If we break below that, the next stop for BTC is 25. So if BTC falls below $27,000, I think we're to be seeing 25. So 27,000 needs to hold. If we did break below 27,000 and it was confirmed, I'd probably be putting a pretty large short in on BTC and ride it down to 25. It's almost guaranteed that if we break below 27, it's not guaranteed, but it's almost guaranteed, and this is not financial advice, that we would be seeing a pretty large drop to 25. And I mean, if you did your leverage right, I mean, that's 7%, 6% drop. So you can make a pretty penny off that on leverage trading. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about for BTC. We can start getting into looking at some altcoins now. So $27,000 for BTC needs to hold. If we break below 27,000 and we get a confirmed breakout, for example, if we break below and we have a candle that closes and opens below it, I think then we'll be seeing a quick drop down in this main support here at around 25. Another thing to validate that is you can see the price volume pretty much dies out once we fall below that 382. It pretty much has this huge vacuum right here. And as soon as you hit that vacuum, you can see what happened when we went through it. We filled it very fast. And when we went through it back here, obviously, we just had a free fall right through it. So that is an area of pretty much no price volume. So if we start heading down there, it's gonna be a very, very quick drop to 25. And then I think what we're seeing is that bounce off 25, and then we can start working our way higher. Okay? Any questions? It's pretty much what I'm seeing for BTC. I do fetch AI. Yep. So let me get into time and some other coins, and then or time, and then we can jump into fetch AI. Absolutely. So time is up 3.9 at $41.76. I think I was charting this on KuCoin if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was. Time right now is looking like it's in a similar situation to this, the big drop before the pump. So if I actually, let's see here, where did that go? Give me a second here. I want to try something. So if we actually copy this from here to the top here, and then we overlay this and expand it out, you pretty much see what I'm talking about. It's a very, very similar pattern to what we have right here. We had the sideways consolidation, big drop down, pretty much to the same area. And this is a very large support area. I mean, it's been our support since July of 2022. So this has pretty much been a bottom signal every time for time. So if we fall below $40, then it's game over. But I don't think we are. Let's draw this horizontal line here. This is looking like a very, very good opportunity to get into time. It's looking like that secondary rally is just around the corner. So this is on the 12-hour time frame. Let me actually look at the 4-hour here and see what's going on in the short term. Short term, same situation. You can kind of see the replication of the previous big run up, and this is looking like the local bottom. So this is a very, very important support area for time. If we do end up breaking below that $40, which we did for a quick second here, then it's going to be a pretty nasty drop. So we need to maintain above $40. Indicators right now, MACD, we're really not running that dramatic on their MACD. I mean, we're starting to lose some bullish momentum, but we're really not having any large bearish or bullish movements on the MACD. I mean, we've pretty much been consolidating for quite a while between $50 and $40. RSI is neutral, WTX is neutral. WTX definitely still has room to run to the upside, same with the RSI. So I'm thinking that time might have found a bottom right here, and we're gonna be working on our next wave up, which our next wave up would bring us to the 236 here at 56. So let me just say, if we break below this, let's right here. So if we break below this main price volume of $46, then I think we have a good chance at heading up to around that 57 and starting our next very, very large wave up. So what I mean by very, very large, you can see the first wave, we got a small one, a larger one, a larger one, a larger one, and this next larger one could be all the way up to the 1236. It sounds absolutely crazy, but it's very possible. I mean, last time we ran up to $200. Why not? Why can't we run up to 300 at the 1236 area right here, right? And that all-time high was, November 2022. And then obviously you've been in your bear market. Well, you've been in your bear market a lot longer than that. But yeah, it's looking like this is the bottom for time. I'd be keeping a close eye on it. Possibly the next large movement for time is coming. If we do fall below $40, however, then tuck your tail between your legs, because we're going to be seeing a nasty drop, and that drop would most likely bring us back down to the support area at around, I don't think we're going down to 20. That was back in June when we crapped the bed. What I would assume if we broke below that 40 would be the 236 at around 30. So what we're seeing here is the 382 main support area has to hold in order for us to call a bottom and see this nice large reversal to the upside, which I think is more likely than breaking below and heading down. But who knows? I mean, if BTC drops down to that 25,000, that could be the push. That could be the push that it needs to head down to the 236. But indicators are looking bullish right now. I'd be expecting to move back up to around 46 to a possible 56 here. And if we break above that 56, then it's go time for time. PRQ. Yeah, just keep an eye on that $40 for time. That's really the storyteller right there. So Parsec 18, like I'm bullish on Parsec. So Parsec market cap of only 18 million, extremely small. I like how it doesn't have a billion plus coins. The circulating supply is only 177 million. Max supply is 310 million. Pretty much the backbone on PRQ. I got in the PRQ at 10.2 cents. I still have my bag, so I still am bullish on PRQ, and I am going to hold it for this cycle, I'm thinking. I mean, a 10x from here is only $180 million market cap, which is super easy to do in the crypto space. I mean, the all-time high in this is 265, top of the last bull run. I think this thing could easily go to $5 plus in the next bull run. All-time low was 2 years ago at 001. Yeah, so this played out. I remember talking about this. I can't remember the last time I charted Parsec, probably on my last live stream, but I was talking about this pennant here, and this is a bearish pennant. A bullish pennant is when you come in from the bottom, you have a symmetrical triangle that's consolidating, and then you have a continuation of the upside. It's called a continuation pattern, and that's exactly what happened here. We dropped down from the top, consolidated sideways, and now we're continuing to drop a little bit lower. So like I said, I did get my coins in at around, or I did buy my coins at about 10.2. So that is going to be something that I'm keeping a close eye on. If we drop down to 10.2 or pretty close to 10.2, I might sell my coins again and buy a little bit lower. Like when we had this initial drop here, I sold and then I bought back in at 10.2. So what I'm trying to keep an eye on here is the charts. If I can buy it lower, I'm going to try to take that chance. But the thing I'm seeing here on the 4-hour chart is the main price volume is all the way up here at 11.6 cents. So when you're below the main price volume, it kind of acts as a magnet and draws you towards that price range of around 11.5. It shows you pretty much the main area that people have bought their coins at in this general time frame. So when we're down here, most likely people dollar cost average in, which could bring the price back up. But if this starts selling, obviously these people are going to be wanting to get out because they don't want to lose their money, and this main price volume area will start dropping down. But as of right now, it's sitting up here at around 11.5. So that's pretty much the area that people are holding their coins at, and people are just trying to buy this dip right now for PRQ. Indicators, we had a bearish fake out here on the MACD. RSI is low, WTX is low. I think we're still in this downtrend if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we definitely are in this downtrend. We need to break out of that for sure. For sure. Actually, we're in this channel. So that's what we need to focus on, is getting out of this channel. So what are we seeing? We're seeing it about right about there to there. Yeah, so right now, oh shoot. Right now we're gonna be focusing on this channel for PRQ, and what it's looking like is it wants to tail back up to around 11 cents. Hopefully it does. We are putting in higher lows, but unfortunately we're putting in lower highs. If we draw a fib, let me see what the fib looks like here before I start rambling on. Yeah, so what we want to focus on here is actually overtaking this 236, which we're currently testing, and working our way back up to around that 11 cents range. If we break above this 11 cents, because this thing obviously likes wicking. I mean, look how huge these wicks are on this candle, on the candles. What I could be seeing here is a possible moving up to 11 cents and then wicking up to around 11.25 to 11.5. And if we get rejected from here, then that's most likely where I will sell and then try to catch it on its retracement back down in this channel to around 9 cents. So right now, I'm seeing Parsec go back up to around 11. Is what it's looking like. But if we get rejected right here, like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I mean, this channel actually runs pretty far. Look at that. I just noticed that. If I drew that channel, like, whoa, we briefly broke out of it a couple times, but since February 2023, we've been in this bad boy. Yeah, so Parsec right now, short term 11 cents. If we break above 11 cents, we broke out of this channel. We'll back test it, and there's a possible continuation to the upside. So I'm keeping a close eye on 11 cents. If we hit 11 cents and I see a rejection, I'm going to sell my Parsec and wait for this bad boy to retrace to the bottom of the channel again, and then pick it back up once it drops lower. That's my plan right now for Parsec. Short term to the upside, and then I can see a move down from there if we don't overtake this channel. Am I bullish on PRQ? Yes, I'm bullish on PRQ in the long run. This cycle, I think PRQ will perform really good. Fetch AI. So Fetch AI is up 2.2 at 37 cents, 1.15 billion max supply with 1 billion circulating and a $389 million market cap. So the all-time high in this was last year, and we're only down 68% from that all-time high, which is really good. A lot of the coins that we look at are still down in the mid 90% from their all-time high. So only being down 68% shows that how strong and resilient it was in the bear market, which means the bull market should be even better. So this has held up very, very well in the bear market. So it's showing its strength. All-time lowest 3 years ago at 0.08. Okay, 4-hour chart. Man, this thing just doesn't want to go up, does it? We were testing 48 cents out for since February. This is the price to beat. The price to beat is 48.5. Can we do it? Yeah, so 48.5 is our goal point. I mean, we briefly broke above it here, but we were so exhausted on our indicators after this large run up right here that we really didn't have anything left in the tank. I mean, we moved from January 1st to February 23rd. We only went up 567% in a little over a month. So obviously we burnt up a lot of our moon juice there. So that's why we're in this lull right now, just calming down, cooling off. Indicators right now are looking really good. I mean, we just got that green buy signal here on the WTX. You can see last time we got a buy signal was back here on March 11th. And what happened from there is we had this nice, decent run up. So last time we got a buy signal, if we would have listened to it, we would have been able to catch a 56% pump on Fetch AI. So we got a buy signal there. RSI was pretty much in the same area it was when we had this initial pump as well. RSI is down here at 31. MACD just crossed over from bearish to bullish. And if we zoom in here, we actually just crossed over from bearish to bullish as well. So similar setup to our most recent run right here happening right now. So if we did have that most recent run, that would be a very good, that would give us a very good chance of getting over that 48.5 resistance area that's been holding us under since February 8th. So we're set up for a run, a possible run. Top to bottom right here. We're bouncing off the 382. I would have to say if we got over the 618 right here, if we got over 40 cents, I think once we get over 40 cents, that's where we'll start flying. And then this is the bottom, and then we started a trend reversal. We obviously started a trend reversal right here. And, you know, we had this very gradual uptrend. We crapped the bed down here, and then we started putting in higher highs. So this could start being a larger movement to the upside for FET, but I'm more interested in the short term. The short term right now, indicators on the 4-hour chart are saying we have a good chance at heading up to the 618. So the next stop I'm seeing is 40 cents for FET. And if we overtake 40 cents, that's extremely bullish. Those round numbers are very psychological numbers for investors for some reason. Like people talk about what? For $30,000 Bitcoin, $40,000 Bitcoin, $100,000 Bitcoin. They don't talk about $54.96 Bitcoin. It's always round numbers, right? Something in our brain is just wired for round numbers, and it acts like a support and resistance in charting as well. So falling below a round number is very, very hard. Going above a round number is very, very hard. Even if there really isn't a support or resistance there, it's just psychological support and resistance. Because that's pretty much what a chart is. It's just humans' emotions laid out in a chart, in a bar chart. So what I'm seeing here is I'm moving up to 40, then we'll assess the situation. If we break over 40, we have a good chance at breaking out of this, this pretty much consolidation downtrend we've been in since we broke below 48 cents. So I think we have a good chance of heading back up to around 48 cents here. And if we overtake that, we're looking really, really good. But short term, I'm going to be bullish. Day chart. Eek. Day chart's not looking so hot. Take a sip of my tea. Yeah, day chart right now, man. We actually bounced off the 382. We're actually still bearish on the MACD. RSI is neutral WTX, but is neutral as well. But I'm more focused on, I'm gonna be more focused on the short-term time frame because we don't know what's gonna be happening in the economy right now. I mean, we had that emergency meeting yesterday, which I don't think they'll really tell us what they talked about, but that could be something big with the banks. You know, banks go under, our risk on assets go up, gold, crypto. But as of now, I'm assuming nothing's going on. I'm just reading the charts. I don't want any outside information to influence how the charts read. So BFIC, what's that stand for? Big frickin' ice cube? BFIC. So if you guys want a coin charter, just toss it in the chats here. Like I said, this is pretty much an unscripted live stream. I really didn't have much to talk about. I mean, I did my little BTC rant at the beginning, and now we're just looking at some coins, seeing where we can possibly get some good entries, maybe some good longs, maybe some good shorts. So yeah, BFI coin up 2.3, 1971. Very, very small market cap. Only 37 billion. Only 37 million. Circulating supplies. Oh wow, circulating supply is extremely low, only 1.8 million. Max supply 21 million. All-time high is $50.26, top of the last bull run. So this is only down 60% from its all-time high. That's not bad. I've never heard of this coin before, but for only being down 60%, I mean, 1 year ago was at, no, I mean, 1 year ago it's at 49 cents. So if you would have bought 1 year ago, you would be up 3,893%. Super risky coin with the low market cap, low circulating supply, can be easily manipulated. Currently available on the following exchanges down here. Is this what you're talking about? BFI coin? BFIC? Or am I just charting a random coin? That's the only one that pops up. Best fintech investment coin. This is the correct coin, right? Different price on different exchanges. Yeah, it doesn't look like I can chart it. Hang on, let me actually pull up my DEX. Yeah, it's not even on DEX. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm on the right coin here, but there's no chart. There's no chart, that's what I'm saying. I can't find a chart on it. Can't even find it on DEX. So unfortunately we can't chart it, but if we just had to go off this data right here, Moonshot Gamble coin, definitely with the low circulating supply and market cap. So I'll just do my research, or do your research on it. Currently can't look at any charts. Sorry. Casper, good old Casper. Casper up 1.2% at 3.5 cents. Infinite max supply, 10 billion circulation, 386 million market cap. I'm actually going to look at it on MEXC because that's the exchange that I use. So I want to see what it looks like on my exchange in case I want to pick some up. Okay, Casper now on the 4-hour chart, we're not looking bad at all. I mean, we still are in a downtrend. Even on the indicators, you can see we are on this gradual slope. Gradual slope down here on the RSI. We have a gradual slope here on the WTX, but we're reaching a very good retracement level. I mean, if we just draw a horizontal line here on this RSI where we normally bottom at, you can see how close we are because we've pretty much almost bottomed there in December 2022. We almost bottomed there in January 2023, bottomed out here late January. So this is a normal area in which the RSI bounces for Casper besides, you know, March 10th. So we could be seeing a bottom coming in here soon before we start seeing some movement to the upside. But like I mentioned before, we are in this, wow, this is a very, very tight consolidation right here. Okay, so we're all set up now. So Casper right now, indicators aren't looking bad. We're actually about ready, or not about ready. We're actually rolling over on the MACD. We're losing bearish momentum, I guess I could say. And what we're seeing here is, I've seen this pattern happen several times before, where the MACD, you have a large, large mound, smaller mound, smaller mound, smaller mound. And then once you flip, if we don't get a smaller mound here, if the next mound is larger than this, the same thing's going to happen in reverse. We'll have a smaller mound, a larger mound, and a larger mound. So that would be a reversal there on Casper. So what I want to say is Casper's looking like it's pretty close to getting a bottom. It's either going to be at the 236 at 3.4, or it's going to be right here at the 382. I don't think we're going to be going much lower if we do break below this 382, which we are breaking below the 382 right now. So if we do continue lower, I think the lowest that Casper's will go is 3.4 before we start seeing a reversal continuation. But if we just draw this downtrend from where we're currently at, I mean, this is very, very tight consolidation. What it's saying is, history doesn't repeat, but it does rhyme. What it's saying is Casper right now wants to work its way back up to the 618 and just continue out this pattern. So you can see we went up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So if we just continue out, this is the bottom right here, and Casper's heading up to the 618. Indicators definitely are backing up that thesis. So possible 3% move to the upside. And then once we break out of this downtrend, who knows, this could be the time. If we do break out of this downtrend, we could back test it, and then that'd be your confirmed breakout. And then we can start talking about some higher highs for Casper. But in the short term right now, I think this is what we need to focus on, is this small, I guess you can call it an expanding wedge, this small expanding wedge right here. So if we get rejected off that, I won't even talk about that. And we could absolutely crap the bed. But short term right now, I think we're working our way back up to the 618. That's what the chart, that's what the pattern is showing. So another 3 to 4% move up to the upside, or 4%. If we break above the 618 at 3.6, that's going to be the breakout right there. If we break above 3.6, so keep an eye on 3.6 cents for Casper. That's where I think we're heading to next. I haven't seen anything about EOS in a while. Could you please look at it? Thank you. Yes, absolutely. EOS down 2.5. So I've always been a fan of EOS. I own a very, very small bag of it, like not that much at all. But yeah, I do like myself some EOS, but I'm not invested heavy into it. Down 2.5% at $1.14. This is actually a good price. This is actually a really good price. I mean, it didn't reach an all-time high last bull run. What did we reach last bull run? We reached $14. Oh, I haven't charted this in a hot minute. So EOS right now, you can obviously see we're in a downtrend still. We need to overtake that in order to be bullish. Indicators right now on the 4-hour chart, we actually just crossed over bearish on the MACD. So that's not that's not, I was gonna say, well, that's not bullish. Well, obviously it's not bullish. You crossed over bearish. RSI sitting a little high. I mean, we're pretty much neutral, but with that MACD crossing over bearish and everything else being neutral, there's a good chance that we could see a push down here. We actually just put in a lower high as well. So we had that bottom on EOS back here in March 12th. We were putting in higher highs and higher lows, but we got rejected at this downtrend right here, and which shot us all the way down to $1.06. And then we tried to overtake this downtrend once again, which case we got rejected. So hopefully putting in a high or a lower high doesn't mean we're about ready to put in a lower low, because a lower low would actually break us below $1 for EOS. I'm going to draw this large fib on here to give us a little bit of price action. Yeah, 0.5. You can't fall below the 0.5 up to the top. Oh, it looks like we're actually just below the 0.5 right now. You can see that 0.5 back here held as support. So if we've dropped below the 0.5, next stop's $1.09. We fall below $1.09, we're heading down to $1.04. Fall below $1.04, we're heading down to 97 cents. So I think for the time being, what we're going to be keeping a close eye on is we're probably going to see a retracement back down to at least $1.09, at least. And in order to put a lower low end, we would have to go all the way down here. So not financial advice, but the 4 hours looking bearish. But let's see what the day chart says. The day chart and the 4 hour chart can be totally different than one another on the different time frames. So day chart, unfortunately not. The day chart is looking pretty similar in my opinion. Really not having large movements on the MACD. You can see we're starting to lose bullish momentum. I mean, we had a brief bullish movement here with 3 large green candles, followed by a light green candle showing loss of bullish movement. Then we tried to rev the engines and regain it, but these 2 candles were lower than that previous high one. So it's not looking too hot for a movement up for EOS. I think EOS's next stop is going to be around $1.10. If we break below 110, it'll most likely be sending us down to 236 before we have a chance at heading back up there. So this is kind of what I'm seeing happening here for EOS. It's a possible breakdown of the 236. Worst case scenario, head down to 104, then work our way back up to the 0.5. So 2 different scenarios. Keep an eye on the 382. I think that's gonna be the next stop. If we break below the 382, we could be doing something like this or like this. I don't think we're gonna be going much lower than $1.04 though. But I'm expecting some sort of pullback for EOS. So maybe I'll short it. Make some money. YF, oh no, Alchemy Pay. That's the next one. Alchemy Pay is up 3.9 at 3 cents. And I remember when Alchemy Pay, I think it went up to like 12 cents. This right here. So I got in down here. I was stupid. I wasn't smart, let's just say. I got in at 2 cents. I rode it all the way up to, I think this topped off at 15. I rode it all the way up to 14 cents, 14 to the top. I'm like, oh, I'm going to get out. And I held this bad boy all the way down to 5 cents before I got out. I had a large amount too, but can't win them all, right? Can't win them all. I think they've unloaded a lot more coins. And so, yeah, look at that. Since its initial run right here, look at the market cap is higher here on November 2021, but the price is lower, which means they put more coins in circulation. And look at down here. So the price is all the way down at 008. The market cap's up higher as well. So, and it looks like they put more coins in circulation here in February as well, because the market cap's all the way up here at 226 million, but the price is all the way down here at 4 cents. So when we topped out here at 15, the market cap was only, I can get there. Market cap was only 292 million. We almost reached that on February. We were at 220 million and we're only at like a penny. Hey, chef in the house. Welcome, buddy. Yeah, it's hood to have you here too. So Alchemy Pay right now, we did just put in a lower high, so that is obviously not a bullish thing. MACD, we're on the 4 hour chart here. MACD's trying to flip bullish, but we've tried 1, 2, actually tried 1, 2, 3. This will be our fourth time trying to flip bullish. But every time we've tried, we've been considerably going lower and lower. We did recently get a buy signal here, however, You can see this lime green candle on the 25th of March. Last time we got a buy signal was back here on March 10th. So if we would have listened to that last buy signal on March 10th, we could have caught a 96% pump on ACH. So that being said, we did just put in a lower high, but we do get this buy signal from here. So we could be seeing a trend reversal to the upside. So let's just actually draw. Yeah, we're gonna draw this fib from top to the bottom. Zoom in here, 4-hour chart, bouncing off the 0.5, it looks like. Yeah, bouncing off the 0.5. If we overtake the 618 right here, we're gonna be golden. That's what you want to focus on right now for ACH. You want to get over 3.5. Like, you want a candle to open and close above 3.5, because that would definitely solidify, in my opinion, a trend reversal, and then we can start working our way up to the 1 2 3 6 here at 5.3. So we need to get over the 618 in order to have any chance of having bullish momentum. If you see us get rejected here at the 3.5, then most likely we'll be heading down and making a lower low. Even though we have a buy signal here, buy signals aren't always accurate. You can see on the March 5th, we had a buy signal right here, and look what happened after that. So it's just an indicator to use along with other indicators. Never rely on just one indicator ever. It's not good. So we are in this downtrend as well. So getting up to that 618 would validate breaking out of that downtrend. So 3.5 cents is the price that you need to remember. Write it down on a sticky note, slap it on your forehead, because you do not want to forget that price. If you see ACH break over 3.5, then we have a very good chance at running up to 3.9 and then 4.5, and then possibly heading up to the 1 2 3 6. So the 618 is going to be the storyteller. Indicators are looking really bullish on the 1 hour, the most bullish we've looked on the indicators since March 10th. So this is the best chance that we've had since March 10th at making some higher highs here. So you're set up pretty good. Keep an eye on that 618 at 3.5 on the 4 hour. Day chart's bearish though, so keep that in mind. Day chart, we just crossed over bearish on the MACD. We're pretty much neutral on the RSI, neutral on the WTX as well. But if we get above that 618, this would be a bearish fake out, similar to what we had back here. So only time will tell. In the short term, I'm going to be bullish on it. Why not, right? I'm done being a bear. Bears are grumpy. Yeah, so 618 back test continuation. Keep an eye on 3.5. 3.5 breaks, we're off to the moon. The best entry for ARB probably would have been the free airdrop. I honestly haven't looked at ARB yet. We'll get to it. So I'm gonna get the chefs real quick and then go back to tech world. So chef says STX. I know a few grumpy bears. Okay, STX down 5.8, 96. Oh, that dollar. I think this is the one you were talking about yesterday, right? That dollar. So we're at 95 cents, 1.8 billion max, 1.3 billion, 1.3 billion, 339 all-time high. So right now, but off this fib, we haven't quite reached the 618 yet off the candle. But if I go to the body, no, we still haven't reached the 618 yet. That's what I'd be keeping an eye on here, chef. This candle still has 2 hours to grow on the 4-hour chart. I think what we're going to be seeing is a possible bounce off the 618 at 93. Do you have a look at quant? Oh, it cuts off. I'll definitely take a look at quant too. So right now, what I think STX is looking for is a bounce off the 618. I think that would actually bring in a buy signal in the WTX. The RSI is extremely low and the MACD is starting to roll over bullish. So I think the 618 will most likely be our bottom. I mean, obviously you can wick below that, but I think the lowest that we're going to be seeing the body of the candle go is probably 93 cents. I think 93 cents for a long wouldn't be a bad play here. So 93 cents, continuation of the upside on the 4 hour. Because all these indicators are looking great for a reversal. It's just we're not hitting off any fib level yet. So 618, then we can see a reversal to the upside. Let's look at the day chart so we can see what some long-term momentum looks like. Ooh, long-term momentum, however, we did just cross over bearish today. RSI is high, WTX is high. So in the longer term, this thing looks like it wants to pull back to the 382. Or maybe the 0.5. Who knows? I mean, day chart, we could see a drop down in the 0.5 here at 84 and then a reversal up. That would form this ascending triangle. But I know we're more interested in the short-term time frame. Short-term time frame, I'm going to be bullish. Long-term time frame, we'll just monitor it day by day. So 618 breaks, we're heading down to 0.5 at 84. But I think the 618 is going to be the bouncing point right here at 90, 93. 93 breaks, 83 has to be the next stop. YFI. So you're in finance YFI down 0.6 at 8,352. I thought we didn't we made a game plan on this. So the 29th, what is the 20th? Is 29th next Friday? 29th is next Wednesday. So next Wednesday, this is supposed to be getting delisted from Coinbase. Did you go over Bone yet? No, I have not gone over Bone yet. We'll try to get to all these. So I'm pretty much doing a live stream till my son wakes up from a nap. I think we still got like another hour we could possibly do this. But let's get into YFI. What did we chart this on? I think we charted this on KuCoin. Or did we do it on MEXC? The hell did we chart this on? Oh. Uh-oh. YFI. We actually broke to the downside. So this is called a bullish pennant. And it's called bullish because it plays out accurately 75% of the time. But you can see what happened here. We actually broke below this uptrend of the pennant from the last time I charted it. And we're actually back testing it right now. If we back test YFI at approximately 8,275 and it bounces, that's a confirmed breakout to the downside. And we can see YFI drop down to around 78 to 75. I'm glad we're looking at this. Because we were, if I remember correctly, we were on the day chart talking about, was it YFI? Was I, yeah. Or was it YFII? Yeah, they both confuse me. Okay, so right now what we're seeing is we actually bounce out the 0.5, working our way up to test this. If this holds and confirms a breakout to the downside, there's a very good chance that we're going to be seeing a very large drop. You can see there is no volume here at the 382, and the volume doesn't pick up till the 236. So I would have to say, if we go up to 8,000, 300 and get rejected, it could be a very, very quick drop back down to around 7,479. Indicators aren't quite showing that. I mean, the WTX is low. It can obviously go lower because it did back here in March. Look how low the WTX went in March. RSI can definitely be overbought for a long period of time, similar to like it was in March. So hopefully we're not having a replication of March happening here. Now, if we just ignore that pennant breakout and focus on something like this, if we're looking at something like this and say we didn't play that bullish pennant, then this is creating a movement up to around 8,628. But I'd be keeping an eye on that bullish pennant. So there is a possible heavy drop coming here for YFI. So the 4-hour chart saying there could be a drop. And what's going to confirm it for me is let's keep an eye on this day chart, because this day chart actually looked like it had a bullish fake out right here. We tried to cross over bullish, but we got faked out. And now we're starting to grow bearish, similar to what we had back here, similar to what we had back here. So with last two times we've had bullish fake outs on the MACD. So that bullish fake out, if it is that fake out, we could be seeing that drop down to around that 7,850. Nice, I got a buy order in at 7,670. So you got a buy in order right between the 0.5 and the 382. Yeah, that 6,700 probably isn't a bad buy order at all, because that's just below this 382. So if we do end up working our way down to the 382 and we hit it, there's a good chance it's going to throw a wick below it, because it did that back here. You can see we hit the 382 right here and it threw a wick all the way down to 6,559. So that's probably a really good buy there if you hit that. This is also starting to look like a head and shoulders here on the day chart as well, which is bearish. So I'm in the end, I'm just gonna be bearish on YFI because I feel like it. Hey, I appreciate it, Tech World. I appreciate it. Thanks for the kind words. What I'm interested in is possibly picking up more bonk. Just like, stop talking about that damn dog coin. So we did just break below the 618 right here. So bonk could be heading down to 5.2. I have, if bonk drops down to 4.8, thank you. Thanks, Tech World. If bonk drops down to 3.8, that's where I will pick up some more. I'm not going to shill a whole bunch of money on this. I mean, it's definitely a high risk play. I mean, it's a meme coin for Pete's sakes. But what I like about it, it's a dog. It's a leading dog coin on Solana blockchain. The market cap's only 20 million. It's never seen a bull run before. I've gone over all the other dogs that went through one bull run so far, and they all still have over $100 million market cap. A 10x from here is only $2 million. All the dogs last time got up to $1 billion market cap. So $1 billion market cap from here would be a 50x, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm just holding on that aspect. It's definitely a high risk play, but why not, right? So bonk right now, we broke below the 618. I think the next stop is a good chance the next stop's going to be down here at around 5.3, 5.2. But I bought a majority of my bonk down here. Pretty much as simple as it gets for a TA. So where are we at? So I have my RSI. Uh-oh, my MACD is gone. Yeah, so if you guys want to know what kind of indicators I use, these are the ones that I pretty much use. You can pause the live stream and write these down if you want. Has the creator over here on the right hand side. Yeah, these are pretty much the main ones that I use here, pretty much for chart and everything. So when I'm by myself, I use a lot of different charts than I do on my live stream. The ones I use on my live stream are pretty much the main ones I use for short-term analysis. There it is. I'm like, where is the MACD? Jeez. Yeah, bonk's going down. Short bonk, short bonk. Day chart's bearish. 4-hour chart. Yeah, 4-hour chart's not looking bad. I don't know. So there's not enough data to really do an ARB TA. I mean, it just came out, what, yesterday or the day before? Right now, it looks like this was the bottom right here at 119. Looks like we had a trend reversal from there, and we're working our way to the upside on ARB. I mean, there's not enough data to really go off of this. I mean, not even all the coins are claimed yet. So right now, a good entry would be $1.19. Get in at 119 if we drop down there. What do you think about FTM, BET, and EGLD? Yeah, we'll look at that in a second. So bone right now on the 4-hour chart isn't looking too hot. We obviously had a nice run up here, top down. We're having a heavy retracement, very heavy retracement. It's dropping really fast, actually. Large fib, we are below 0.5. If we start stepping up the fibs, we're below the 382. We're below the 236. If we draw a micro fib from the top to the bottom here, we're below the 236. Yeah, it's not looking good for bone. So what I'm seeing here for bone, main price volume is at 153. So it does act as a magnet when you are below the main price volume, because that's where majority of the people have bought their coins at and are holding it. Once people start selling, the main price volume is going to drop. So people, if the main price volume stays at 154, it means people are buying the dip. DCA in their way back up. You can see there's pretty much a large negative price volume above the 618 every time we've hit this gap right here. We've moved through it quite quickly. I mean, we moved through it very, very quickly there. We moved through it very, very quickly there. So what I'm seeing here is since we're below the 0.5, there's a good chance that we could be heading down to that whole dollar. Like, this is saying 97 cents, but trust me, I've been around crypto enough that the dollar will be more powerful of a support area than this 97 cents. You can see it back here. So if I draw a horizontal line of the dollar, I honestly think that wouldn't be a bad price to pick up bone, because November 2012, 2022, what is this? January, June, July. And here's the lifelong uptrend right here on bone. So we have this lifelong uptrend. We've touched it. That would actually, if we came down and touched it again, that would be around that dollar range. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. So we had this, we touched it here, took off, touched it here, took off. We're tailing back down. What I could see is a retracement down to $1, and then throw a wick down here, and then we could be off to the races to our next run up. So I think bone's gonna be heading down to $1, and I think $1 is a pretty good buying opportunity for bone, in my personal opinion. I own a little bit of bone, not a whole lot, but I own a little bit of bone, just to see how it plays out. I mean, it's the gas phase on Shiba Swap, if I'm not mistaken. So it's pretty much like BNB for I mean, this is a bad comparison, but it's like BNB is for the, you know, Binance Smart Change. You have to use BNB for gas. That's what Bone is for Shiba Swap. You use Bone for gas. So if I'm not mistaken, I remember saying Quant was going to run. I guess my video got cut off apparently. After I'm done recording them, I don't rewatch them. I just upload them. Oh no, I remember now. I'm saying there's a good chance for you guys might be getting that $100. Yeah, Quant's a crazy good one. It's pretty much gonna be the center of CBDCs, you know, with their over ledger. That's why Quant has held up amazing during the bear market. I mean, we're only down 71% from our all-time high. I mean, and this thing dropped all the way down to 40, what was it, 49? $49 back in June of 2022. That was probably a buying opportunity of a lifetime right there. Okay, so for Quant right now, I know everyone's looking for that $100 Quant. That is where the main price volume is. We're above the main price volume. When you're above it, it kind of acts as a vacuum and sucks you towards that. I've talked about that numerous times. So what we're seeing here is the 382 support. So 382 support in this downtrend, you can see we've touched the top once, twice, and we're pretty much battle testing it right now as well. We're pretty low on the WTX, the RSI, and the MACD is about ready to flip bullish, but you can see prior, we do like going into the oversold on Quant. We went to the oversold February 28th, oversold on March 3rd, oversold on March 10th. So if we break below this 382, I'm expecting a quick drop to around 113. So 113 to $110, I think could be the next large or best buying opportunity for Quant. Ever since we got this high here in January, we've been putting in lower highs and lower lows. So in order to put in a lower low for Quant here, we have to fall below 100 and what is this, $106, because we touched $106 on March 10th. So in order to do that, we would have to go all the way down to zero here, which is that $100 area. So there is a small chance that we could be seeing $100 Quant one more time. There is a large price volume drop once we break below the 382 as well. You can see how the volume just drops off right here. So there's a very good possibility that we could start gaining some momentum and break below the 236 and head down to $100. But I don't think $100 Quant's going to be breaking anymore unless BTC gets rugged. $100 Quant's going to be holding. I mean, it's been held up crazy in this bear market. So short term, we are in this downtrend for Quant. We're not bullish until we break out of this downtrend. Indicators are looking bullish, but they have been going lower than they currently are in the most recent past. So with that being said, keep an eye on $120. We break below 120, I'm expect a very, very quick drop down to around 113 for Quant. And then we'll assess the situation. So there's a little bit of hopium for your $100 Quant. I'll keep you guys updated, and I'll make sure I get a full video out next time I post one on the channel. So FTM. Free the monkeys, FTM. Oh, Phantom, that's what it's called. FTM's down 1.4% at 45 cents, 3 billion max, 1.2 billion market cap, 346 last year. Held up pretty well, it's only down 86%. FTM is looking very, very similar to Quant for some reason to me. I don't know if it's just me or not. We tried so hard to get out of this downtrend. Actually, we did get out of this downtrend. Okay. So we topped out here in February. Let me actually make sure this is correct. Zoom in there. Okay, we're touching that. We're touching that there. We're below this here. Okay, so we are actually on a very, very important support area for FTM, because if we fall below this any further, zoom in here, we're gonna be falling back into this downtrend. So we have a resistance flip support. That's what this line is right here. It was resistance and a flip support. So even though you have a resistance that flips support, you could still follow that support downwards for quite a long time. So even though we're above it and it's acting as a support, that's something that always have to take into consideration. Indicators right now on the 4-hour chart aren't looking bad. We're about ready to flip bullish on the MACD. We're losing that bearish momentum here. So that's a good thing, good sign. And on top of that, the RSI is low. The RSI is low and it's starting to curve back up. We're below 50. When you're below 50, that's showing over, actually when you're below 30, that's when you showed you're oversold. But when you're below 50, that's, to me, that's showing that you have some really good momentum to blast to the upside. And as you can see, FTM does head up to around that 80 on the RSI quite a bit. So 80 plus, actually, it looks like it's been doing. So that's in the cards as well. WTX is sitting at a pretty good level. We're not all the way down in the green yet, but we are below zero. And when you're below zero, obviously that's a good time to dollar cost average. So short term right now for FTM, zoom in here. Make this touch the bottom of the candle. Make this that's touching the top. So as of right now, we're bouncing off the 0.5. So we're bouncing off the 0.5 on FTM with indicators showing some bullish momentum heading towards us. So what I'm going to be looking for is a movement up to this 618 here at around 46 cents, 46.6 to be exact. If we break above 46.6, so let's say 47 cents, we're going to be seeing a quick movement up to around the 786 at around 49. That 50 cents has been giving us a very, very hard time overtaking it. Like I said, those round numbers are really nothing to mess with. So for the short term, I think we have a good chance at heading back up to 50 cents for FTM. If we break above 50 cents, then we can finally say we broke away from this downtrend. So if we get above 50 cents, what I'm trying to say is this downtrend resistance flip support that we're still stuck on here. If we get above the 786, that's where I'm going to say, hey, we're detached from that. We can start working our way up. So short term right now, I think FTM is going to be heading up to the 786 at 50 cents. And that's going to be the main area that we need to focus on. We need to overtake that 618. We need to overtake it. Hey, what's up, Groom Executive? How you been, man? Haven't seen you in here in a while. Okay, so we did that. I actually just did quant the coin before this. Yeah, apparently the last video I did on quant, it cut off. So I'll probably do an updated video on quant today. But I think what we're seeing for quant is a slight pullback here. I went over it pretty good. Just zoom back probably about 10 minutes and you'll be able to see it. QSP. Yeah, we'll look at QSP here in a sec. I just want to look at, I know Tech World had a couple. I'll check one more from Tech World and then go to you and then go back to Tech. Oh, EGLD. Okay, we'll do EGLD. So EGLD, I don't remember what I said, but obviously I have a chart drawn for it. I've been hearing some bullish things. So is Multiverse X, are they the ones that are partnering with Polygon, correct? Is Multiverse X the ones that are partnering with Polygon? EGLD? Or am I mistaken? Let me look it up. I'm not sure. See ya. So EGLD up 0.7, 42.34. Small circulating supply, I like that. So EGLD right now, and we're consolidating pretty tightly on this 4-hour chart here for EGLD. So we're about to see some sort of move for EGLD, in my personal opinion. Some sort of move. MACD, if you look at the MACD, we're bearish, but we're really not moving bearish, and we're bullish, but we're really not moving bullish. So this just shows uncertainty right now. Buyers and sellers are tied, and eventually one's going to lose, and we're going to be seeing a big movement to whichever side that wins. RSI is neutral, WTX is low. So for me, I'm going to be expecting to move to the upside. I don't remember what the game plan was. I'll have to go back to the last live stream and zoom on it. I think it was for one of those coins. So right now we actually broke below the 0.5 for EGLD. What I'm seeing here for EGLD is if we do head up to the 618 at $44, if we break above $44, that's going to be the catalyst right there that launches us higher, because we are in a very, very tight consolidation phase right now with buyers and sellers pretty much equal. And in the past, we've pretty much been consolidating at the 0.5 and 618. So I'm going to be saying we're moving up to around $44 in the short term. And if we break over $44, then that's all she wrote, and we can start running to the bank because we're going to the moon. But we are below the 0.5. I have to be realistic. We are below the 0.5. So we have to overtake that first. So two different scenarios. And yeah, you can be like, oh, you're saying it can go up, it can go down. And no, I'm giving you different scenarios and if it plays out a certain way. So if we do maintain the below the 0.5, the next stop will be the 382, obviously at around $40. $40 is a very, very round number. So I think that $40 is going to hold fantastically. And I don't think we're falling below $40 on this coin. I think we got that bottom here in March 10th. We put a high here, high here, high here, high here, higher highs and higher lows besides this previous move right here. And a lot of coins that I've charted today look very, very similar to this. We had our peak and we're pretty much in the same phase for a lot of our altcoins. Now, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, however long ago this started, when I went over BTC, if that BTC dominance chart, where are we at? BTC dominance chart, I think I was on the week. Yeah, if that BTC dominance charts, if we do break above the 48% on BTC dominance, altcoins are going to get wrecked. So it'll be good for BTC, bad for altcoins. If we get rejected from here, that's going to be our alt season. So if we get rejected here at the BTC dominance, that's when our altcoins will start flying. But if we get above 48% for BTC, we're going to be seeing one last large drop for altcoins. And then once that dominance starts falling, that'll be our alt season. So if you want larger gains on your altcoins, if you haven't bought in yet, you want the BTC dominance to break above 48. Because that will give you one final chance to get in on one large last dip for altcoins. And that could give us a good opportunity for a very lengthy, long, profitable alt season. I mean, the last couple alt seasons have played out pretty much the same. You can see we topped out, had the retracement, topped out, had the retracement. So if we top out like we have in the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times we've been in this area, then our alt season is just around the corner. So that's just something I want you guys to be aware of. If BTC dominance breaks above 48, altcoins are going to go down the shitter. So where was I getting at? I don't remember where I started this rant. That EGLD. Got off topic there. Yeah, so like I said for EGLD, I'd be keeping an eye on the 618 at 44. If we don't overtake this 0.5 at 42, so let's say we don't get over 40, 42.50. If EGLD doesn't get over 42.50, our next stop's $40, I'd have to say. And $40 is a very psychological support area. And I think that's where we would see a nice support bounce like we had right here. We dropped straight to 40, had a nice V-shaped bounce off that. So keep an eye on 42.50. We get over 42.50, we're heading to 44. We get rejected at 42.50. We're heading down to 40 for EGLD. I think Chef is watching a little bit delayed. Yeah, which one was it? We were looking at one of these on the live stream, and I think it was yeah. I think it was this one. We were talking about I did not do Azro yet. I totally forgot the game plan for YFII. I'm gonna have to go back and watch what I said. I think I was talking about this right here. Yeah, I remember now. So 786 at 1131. So this is getting delisted from Coinbase on Wednesday. So what I was saying, the game plan is every time we've got up to the 786, we briefly wicked above it. And if we get there before Wednesday, then that's gonna be the play. And then YFI is gonna go to zero because obviously it's getting delisted. I mean, it doesn't mean it's going to zero, but it'll give people a lot less exposure to buy it. But I guess we'll watch on Tuesday. If we're up around 1,001, we're at 1,100 right now. If we're up to around like 1,130, that might not be a bad opportunity to get in either. This downtrend. Is BTT worth it? I think BTT is just getting rugged. I mean, it put an all-time low in 14 days ago. So definitely a high risk, but high reward. I mean, the market cap on it's still over $500 million. $500 million, and you put in a new all-time low, which either means they're putting a lot more coins in circulation or people are just getting out. It's looking like they're putting more coins in circulation. So they can only put 40 billion more coins or 39 billion more coins in circulation, but looks like that's what's causing this drop in price. Hit an all-time low 14 days ago, and they put more coins in circulation, so it's diluting the market and making it so we have to have more buying power to raise the price. So it's pushing the price down. Man, did it get delisted from a lot of exchanges or something? So this was our new all-time low that we had on BTT right here. We're in a very, very tight consolidation on the 4-hour chart. Indicators, I mean, indicators looked really good back here as well, but we crapped the bed. Yeah, we have to maintain above this 236. If we break below this 236 right here, we're going even lower for BTT. I don't even know if you can play this on futures. If you can, this could have been a very, very profitable short. Yeah, so 786 right here on the fib retracement instead of fib extension. I would say if we broke below the 786, we're to be nosediving to the 1236 here at 5.6. That would be approximately an 8% drop on BTT. So that's what I'd be keeping an eye out for. Be careful. So Azero, the coin that's going to make me rich. I just can't stop buying this coin for some reason. So smart contracts go live on Azero or A0. People call it A0. I call it Azero, you know, tomato. Yeah, so smart contracts go live on the 29th as well. So next Wednesday, smart contracts go live. Then a lot of different coins are going to be able to be bought off their swap. So let me actually look at Azero. And where is it at? Where is it at? 1 second. Oh, it's all the way up here. So here's their website that we can go to. Where was I looking at? Ecosystem. So on the 29th, some of these coins or projects that are on Aleph0 are going to launch. So it's kind of like, you know, getting into coins earlier as soon as they come out. So on the 29th, some of these projects on the Aleph0 ecosystem, because these are the coins that are in the Aleph0 ecosystem, are going to be coming out. And I'm doing a super degen play, and I'm going to try to get into that Aleph Shib dog. Let me see, where's that at? Right here. So super meme coin, every chain has its dog coin, but usually every chain that has a dog coin, it's ran 40 to 50x right off the rip. So this is what I'm going to try to get into on the 29th, because they're letting you swap to get their coin on the 29th when smart contracts go live. So this is the smart contract, or this is the coin that I'm going to be playing a very large gamble. I'm not going to put a whole lot of money in, maybe like 500 bucks. And if I can get a, you know, 30 to 40x off that, that'd be crazy. But definitely a high risk play. They could easily just rug that crap. But for example, cryptocurrencies, let's look at so see, we got SHIB here to 1.82 billion market cap. We have Bonk. This is the Solana dog with a $20 million market cap. We have Polydoge. Polydoge is the dog coin on the Polygon chain. $7 billion market cap. All-time high was, I mean, crazy high. Look at, so that was pretty much, what was that? So we go to 8100 all the way up to, see, that was a 50x right there on a coin that no one's heard. See, every time it launches, so this coin launched, it dropped in price, it ran. That dog coin. We click on another random dog coin, Hog Finance. We go to max. As soon as it launched, it ran. So that's kind of what I'm going to try to do, is try to quick flip it. Kuma, this is on the Kuma coin. I don't know. Just a high risk play. I just want to show you guys. But yeah, if you're into Aleph0, definitely go on their website, because their smart contracts are going live on Wednesday. And that could give you a chance to get into the ground floor of all these projects. So go to Aleph0, go to their ecosystem. These are all the projects that are going to be launching on Aleph0 on the 29th. And you could be in at the ground floor of some of these projects here. Get in super early. So that's aleph0.org. And then go to their ecosystem. 9 out of 10 crypto whales recommend hitting that like button. BTC has FUD because Justin's son is in trouble. Yeah, but BTT has also been unloading billions of coins the last year. So yeah, I bought more Aleph0 yesterday. Smart contracts go live on Wednesday. Definitely look at their ecosystem, because once their smart contracts go live, a lot of these projects are going to be on there, and you can get in on the ground floor for them. Like I said, I'm doing a super degen play, trying to play this Aleph Shib, which you'll be able to pick up on their swap next Wednesday. And right now, indicators are looking good. LF0 on the 4-hour chart, MACD is about ready to roll over bullish. Last time we rolled over bullish, you can see how large that run was. So it looks like we had a reset on the MACD. You can see what I'm talking about there is we had a small movement, bullish movement. We had the bearish movement, larger bullish movement, a deeper bearish movement. So we could have another larger bullish movement. So I'm riding this out, man. I think once smart contracts hit, we could have a brief sell-off because, you know, buy the rumor, sell the news. But after next Wednesday, when smart contracts are live, this thing's gonna be a force to be reckoned with. So RSI is neutral, WTX is neutral. What I'm seeing here is we're above the 618. I think we have a good chance at heading back up to the $1 or possibly $1.72. You can see since we had the initial run from March 23rd, we've been putting in higher highs. As small as they are, this is a higher high and higher lows. So if that's the case, we could be seeing something like that for LF0. So that's what I'm keeping a close eye on. I'm just LF0, obviously I'm bullish on it. I've been bullish on it for a long time, since Chef Neutron was the one that actually showed it to the Discord, and then I did my research on it and I was all in. So I hold a pretty decent sized bag of it. But like I said, ecosystem goes live on the 29th. Go to lf0.org and you can click on ecosystem and try to get in on the ground floor of some of these projects. Obviously not all of them are going to make it, but some of these could be very, very profitable if you get in early. Kind of like getting into a startup, you know? Okay, so where are we at? So yeah, like I said, we're getting kind of late on the live stream. I'm gonna have to get going here soon. The main thing I'm looking for, this is my bull run checklist. We got BTC. I have all my indicators on BTC on the monthly that I need to see happen in order to confirm the bull run. Like, I already think we're in a bull run, but I need more confirmation so people can stop saying we're not in a bull run yet. Obviously, we putting a lower low actually broke out of the downtrend. What I'm looking for here is for the MACD to cross over bullish on the monthly. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, the MACD has never been wrong at calling a bull run. You can see ever since the very beginning, we went red, light red, bull run, red, light red, bull run, red, light red. We've never went red, light red, darker red again. Obviously, we had the black swan of the COVID crash here, but that really didn't make much of a dent. This was the start of the bull run right here. So what I'm looking for is a crossover on the MACD. Yes, we could have already started it right here, but a lot of people wait for the confirmation on the monthly and they miss out on approximately 100% gains. But the final confirmation, I know, makes them feel a little bit better, I guess, about getting back into the market. So that's what I'm looking for here on the monthly. I'm also looking at the GMMA to cross over bullish. So GMMA on the monthly needs to cross over bullish, because this has never been wrong as well, and the MACD has never been wrong as well as at calling a bull run. And I've already gone over all these before. The BTC dominance, that's something we're keeping a close eye on here. BTC dominance breaks over that 48%, altcoins are going to crap the bed, because BTC dominance goes up, altcoins will drop. But the higher BTC dominance goes, the larger our alt season is going to be. So if you haven't picked up your coins yet, you want this BTC dominance to break above this 48 right here. We break above 48, I think we'll be heading up to a good around 52 to 55, and we'll see one last really large drop for altcoins, and then we'll see the drop on BTC dominance, because this is how bull runs go. You have the first run of BTC, which we're kind of seeing here, right, with the BTC dominance. And then we'll see that pullback on the BTC dominance, which is your alt season. So the first things that run are large cap altcoins, and then you have your mid-size altcoins that run, and then last are your small micro cap altcoins that run. And then after that, everyone takes their profits from those altcoins and they put it back in BTC. And then we have the massive blow off top for our BTC. That's how market cycles work. We're in the first phase of it right now. Every time we've touched this area right here, we've gotten rejected since 2021. So if that's the case here and we get rejected on the weekly and we start working our way back down, that's going to be the start of our alt season, in my personal opinion. Tether dominance, another thing I'm looking for in my bull market checklist. Tether dominance has to go down in order for a bull run. We are below the mean line, the halfway area on our tether dominance. Every time we've touched this channel on the tether dominance, it has called the top to a bull run. Just like every time we've touched the bottom or pretty close to the bottom, it's called the bottom of the bear market. So what a tether dominance is, it just shows how many people are in stable coins. And when the tether dominance starts falling, it means people are getting out of stable coins and back into the market. So remember when we had the huge nasty dip in June of 2022, everything went low. I mean, quant went down to $50, 49, whatever it was. Look at, that's when the peak of the tether dominance was. Everybody was getting out of their crypto and into stable coins. And then we were maintaining above the halfway mark all the way until January of this year. And then we broke the tether dominance. We broke below the halfway point and we haven't overtaken that yet. So what I want to see here is this tether dominance to continue to grow down, to be bearish, because that just means more people are getting out of stable coins. They're getting back into the market, which is only good for crypto and only good for the prices. So tether dominance is below the 50 area. And usually, I mean, except June 2018, usually when we break back below the halfway area, we don't go back above it until we touch, until we top out. 18, we did break below it, back above it, then break down. But every time after that, we pretty much just went down, up. So that's what I'm looking for there. Tether dominance needs to continue growing down. Like I said, total market cap excluding BTC, this is your alt season. I've shown how the setup that's happening right now is very similar to the first setup. We have the run up, we had our top, we had the bull form right here. We broke over that high, back tested, then we had our run up here. If that makes sense. I'm trying to go over this a little fast because I got to get going. But what I'm seeing here is another setup just like that, but on a much, much larger scale. There weren't that many people in crypto, so the market cap back here is only 227 million. The market cap right now, everything excluding BTC, is sitting at 492 billion, not million, billion. So this next alt season could be absolutely massive, is what I'm getting at. If this was what we had for our first massive run up for an alt season, this next one could just be astronomical. It's just a larger version of that lower one. So that's what I'm keeping an eye on here. This is our alt season chart. You can see where we're currently at is back testing that green dotted line, similar to like we were right here. We back tested it before we went up. So we're right at that area before we go parabolic for alt season, it looks like. And last but not least, I'm not going to go over this chart, but I just wanted to show you guys. This is the Moon Boy chart. I've gone over this several times. Just want to show you guys that. Okay, guys, I am going to end the live stream now. I appreciate everybody coming out tonight. It was a great stream. I'll post some more videos tonight. If you haven't already, make sure you join my Discord channel. I'm on there daily. A lot of good information, a lot of good people. If you like what I do and you want to support the channel even further, you can become a member like Chef Natron there. Get that special little BTC logo next to your name. Gives you priority replies to comments and live streams. So say my channel gets really busy, which I don't know if it ever will, but say it gets really, really busy and everyone's asking for a million different requests. If you pop your request up there and I see a little BTC logo next to yours, you get priority over all those requests there. So if my channel starts growing, it might not be a bad way to get your coins charted on the live stream. But okay, with that, guys, I appreciate everybody coming out for the live stream. If you haven't already, please smash that like button. It really helps my channel. And I'll catch you guys next time on the live stream of Charting Crypto. Thank you.